Hello, everybody.
Now calling case number 24T00244. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Michael Aaron Napierala. Can I have appearances for the record, please?
Assistant Public Defender Sonia Chenault on behalf of Mr. Napierala. Sir, please state your full name for the record.
Michael Aaron Napierala.
Okay. Thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about July 19th of 2024 at Drive, you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Amalia Bradley, a person with whom you live, or I should say, with whom you reside or formerly resided, and a person with whom you have or had a dating relationship. This is otherwise known as domestic assault and battery. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you have a chance to review an advice of rights form?
Yes.
Okay, that was very convincing. So you have the following basic rights. You have the right to remain silent because anything you say, whether out loud or in writing, can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury, and you have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings, that is before, during, and after trial.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about your rights?
No.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Chenault, do you wish to address the plea and the bond?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We stand muted to the charges. And regarding bond, I did have the opportunity to speak with my client regarding this matter. I explained the bond conditions and how not to have any contact with the alleged victim in this case. I do believe he will comply going forward with the bond conditions and appear for subsequent court hearings. Therefore, we are asking for a personal bond. Thank you.
So you live in Ohio?
Most of my life, but I've been here for.
Okay, so I have your current address is in Toledo. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and do you also work in Ohio, or do you work in Michigan?
I'm going to be working in Ohio again. Okay.
So the court will set a pre-trial conference date of August 12th. 2024. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington.
You said August 12th at 9 a.m.?
Correct.
Okay.
You should get paperwork on this as well.
Oh,
if for some reason you don't, you can call the 14B District Court to get the information. You can also call the Washtenaw County Public Defender's Office.
Okay.
Okay. So, and the court's going to set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs.
Yep.
You are not to purchase or possess firearms, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. Any that you already have in your possession must be surrendered. Ordinarily, I would be saying that you could not leave the state without permission. However, because you live and work in Ohio, you may leave the state of Michigan. You do have the court's permission for that. You are not to have contact with Amalia Bradley when the court says no contact. What the court means.
Cool.
Stop. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're gonna let me finish though, or I will mute you. Thank you. What the court means when the court says no contact, no in-person contact, no contact through the mail, no contact over the phone, via phone calls, text messages, emails, social media, the internet, in any way, shape, or form, or through third parties. You are not to go to that Drive address when the court says do not go. The court does not care if you are personally invited to return. You do not. You are not to engage in any sort of assaultive, threatening, harassing, terrorizing, molesting, or stalking behaviors towards Amalia Bradley or anyone else. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. The next one in this matter being that August 12th court date over Zoom. These conditions will be entered into the law enforcement information network, so they will be readily accessible to any police officers you may come into contact with. And if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated one of these bond conditions, they can
Right.
arrest you on the spot, and you'll be held for a bond violation hearing in front of a judge who may revoke your bond and set a new, more restrictive one.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions about any of those bond conditions?
Oh, that was pretty clear.
Okay, thank you. So then at this time, the court is going to set a $20,000 personal recognizance bond. So you're not paying anything to get out, but if you fail to appear for your court date or if you violate any bond conditions, then your bond will start at $20,000.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Chenault, do you have anything else?
No, nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. Then, sir, if you don't have any questions for the court at this time, you are free to go to the door and tell the jail that you are finished.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Chenault, are you back?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to review the report?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Put you into a breakout room with your client for a minute, or shall we just get started?
We can get started because he was accurate during the interview.
Oh, okay. Yes, you already said. Okay. Okay. Now calling case number 24T00244. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Michael Aaron Napierala. Appearances for the record, please.
Assistant Public Defender Sonia Chenault on behalf of Mr. Napierala. Sir, state your full name for the record.
Michael Aaron Napierala.
Thank you.
Okay, so today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter on a conditional bond violation. You were in front of me on July 19th, which was last Friday.
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak for myself?
I would probably suggest that you not talk right now, because I will tell you that when I date the bond conditions, I go through a fairly comprehensive list when I say no contact, what exactly no contact means, and when I say don't go to a place, what not going to a place means. And generally speaking, I usually say at the end of it, and the court does not care if you are personally invited to return to that address, you do not go. Okay, so when I said that, I was not kidding. And from what I've got in this conditional bond violation report, you went to the address that you weren't supposed to go to and had contact with the person that you weren't supposed to have contact with. There is something in there about being invited over to help move, but as previously stated, the court doesn't care if they roll out a red carpet and said, you are hereby invited to come back right now. You don't do it. And you did. So. Okay. And my understanding too is that they picked you up on Wednesday, so it was less than a week.
You were being convicted.
No, okay, and I understand that there were extenuating circumstances. No, I don't.
Let her finish, sir.
I'm sorry.
There are, you know, certainly extenuating circumstances. However, in this case, the bond conditions are there for a couple of reasons. One is to make sure you show up for court dates. The other one is for protection of the public. And in this instance, obviously it's for the protection of the alleged victim in the matter, but also that obviously you did not do yourself any favors here. So when the court tells you not to do something, you don't do it, because then you end up here getting yelled at by me or somebody like me. Okay, so yeah, and if she called you to come over, then that's, you know, that it was on you to say, no, I can't do that. Okay, that is your responsibility. You are an adult. And you know what your bond conditions are. So, what I am going to do at this time, because I think probably you've got the idea now, we're going to keep the pretrial date of August 12th. I'm going to do one more PR.
Thank you.
However, I am adding a GPS tether with a hot zone.
What's that mean?
That means you're not actually here. Wait, you're not to go anywhere near her.
Okay.
Okay, so wherever she's currently residing, wherever she's currently working, you are not to go near her, and you will have a GPS tether that will go off when you are near her.
Okay.
Okay. So, and if none of this gets the point across, then the next, like, this is your last.
I get it.
Okay. So, and you'll need to get an updated address for her, since I'm assuming that that drive address is no longer accurate. You'll need to get an updated address.
That's the only one I know of, ma'am.
Okay. Attorney Chenault, that'll be however you figure that out. But otherwise, it's going to be home confinement in Ohio, I guess.
Okay.
What I am going to do prior to release, to be fitted with GPS tether, with hot zone of alleged victim's address. If you can't find that out, are you employed at the moment, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then if that address can't be verified, your home address is this drive address in Toledo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then if we can't get an address for her, for there to be a hot zone, then it's going to be a home confinement tether to your address in Toledo.
Okay.
So we're keeping that same pretrial date, as I said, August 12th, 9 a.m. That's going to be a pretrial and a bond violation hearing now. We're trying one more time with the PR.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, so you've got your next court date. At this point, you know that you're going to be fitted with the GPS tether prior to release. Attorney Chenault, you're going to look into seeing if you can verify an address for a hot zone. Otherwise, it's going to be home confinement in Toledo.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions from anybody?
No, Your Honor, I'm all set.
Okay. Thank you very much. Then this hearing is concluded, and I believe so is our docket. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here with me. I love you. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.